Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. So today I got a nice little thrift run. Actually it's more of a estate sale run. So we'll take a look at that. And I've also got a really awesome vintage Masters of the Universe shopgoodwill.com lot to look at. So let's take a look at both. So if you're new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Trent. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay. I do it for fun and profit, and I take you along for the journey. So please hit that subscribe button for more great videos in the future. Yeah, we went to the thrift store. Thrift store was a little bit underwhelming, but you know, that's fine. That's what you would expect. You're not going to hit a jackpot every time, but I got some pretty neat little items. But then I got some fairly interesting items at this estate sale. Somebody was moving out of an apartment, elderly people, and they had some good vintage stuff, so let's take a look. So I had no honorable mentions really to keep, except for maybe this, we'll see. This was a Mega Bloks dragon, really awesome dragon, but unfortunately I could not find the head, the top half of his head. They ended up selling it to me for $1.99. I went ahead for it. I got a 20% discount on everything, by the way. I was hoping maybe I could find the top headpiece at some point. Maybe it's in the bins at the thrift store. Maybe if I go back I'll find it. If not, I might keep an eye out online to see if I can complete this. Now I'm on a little quest. But this is a Mega Bloks dragon, and I think these things can sell for decent cash if they are. I'm sure I might have a harder time selling it without the top half of his head, but still, I just had to go for it. We'll see what we can do with it. Picked up a couple other toys, but here's a individual plush. It was $1.50. This is a Funko plush, Disney, DreamWorks Troll Hunters Tales of Arcadia. $1.50, pretty nice condition. I thought I'd pick that up. I think that might be worth at least 10 bucks or something like that. Then I picked up a couple of electronic games here. One is this Multiplication Slam. I haven't really seen a lot of comps on this, but it was only $1.95. Looks like it's going to be working pretty good. We'll see if I can sell it for 15 bucks or something like that. Just giving it a try. But this one seems like it does sell. I think it might be vintage. They put or early 2000s or something like that. I'm not quite sure. It was $2.95. It's Excalibur Bridge. It's already working. The batteries are working currently. I think this can sell for about $20-ish. Then here was a really cool little bag. It was $3.95, kind of pricey, but I think I got some good pieces in here. I'm going to open it up. So we got some little made in China. Actually, this is a Jurassic Park. There's a Jurassic Park figure. It says JP on the little thigh. So not sure if that's anything, but well, I know it's Jurassic Park, but I'm not sure if it's anything worth selling or anything. But we got a couple other little made in China things, but these figures here are AAA, made in China. These are like super heavy plastic. And I saw like this big hippopotamus figure sold for like $8 recently. But I have actually like a whole family of hippos that are the same brand. So I thought I'd just go for it, check it out, see if I can sell these for maybe like 15 bucks or something. Whoops. So those were neat. And then also the same brand, I think AAA, a sea lion. So maybe I can add all those together and make a little lot. And finally, for $2.95 a piece, I got two vintage, those vintage series board games. We got Strategio and Clue. These can sell for 20-30 bucks because they're made out of, the case is made out of wood to look like bookends. People buy these. I'm just hoping that I can peel the tape off properly because they put tape all around it to keep it sealed. I'm hoping I can peel that off without messing anything up. So if I can, and the completion of these are pretty good, we'll be in business. All right, then for that estate sale, we saw one that was on the way home. A lot of cool vintage stuff, but I cherry picked what I thought was some really good items. I actually don't know how much I paid for this because it was kind of like I think maybe they charged $1 for it. Not quite sure. But it's a 1998 Prima Toys Gumby. So it's maybe like worth $8, something like that. I just had to grab that. I'll put it for sale, and if not, it'll just sit over here with all my other toys if it doesn't sell. Pretty cool. Then for $5, I got this set right here. This is a Tupperware matching camping cups or portable cup, stackable cup set with all the matching lids. This is I paid $5 for this. I think this is at least a $30 sale. Nice condition, vintage Tupperware. People like to collect that and buy this. Then last but not least, for $5 a piece, I got two of these here. We got, these are vintage, possibly antique, but I'll say vintage. Underwriters Laboratories Incorporated Inspected Portable Lamp. It has some numbers and stuff. I looked it up. I wasn't able to find this exact model. But these are what, milk glass they call them. Vintage milk glass lamps. They work good. Let me show you the other. So I got a set of two. These were $5 a piece. Who knows with these? You know, you could maybe sell them for $30, $40 a piece. I'm gonna put them up for sale as a set, and who knows? Maybe make an $80 to $100 sale. I'll try it out. All right, got a vintage lot to take a look at. Included in the lot was these four vintage mini comics, Masters of the Universe. Kind of poor condition, but anyways, we got those in there. But here's the lot. It's pretty insane. Some really interesting stuff in here, and a little bit of disappointment because I'm actually missing one figure. There's a generic, it was like a, I don't know what brand it is, some kind of mount figure similar, you know, it was like a white dragon, but it was like, it reminds me of like it might be from this line. I don't know, whatever this is, we're going to investigate that. But it's not in there, so I don't know why. I messaged out to Goodwill saying, hey, why isn't this in there? Hopefully they have it and can send it to me. That would be great. Because I don't know what it is, but I know I want it. So this was an accessory lot mainly, with only a few figures and, you know, vehicles and accessories and stuff like that. So we've got a Talon Fighter over here. I already have the Talon Fighter. I don't need anything from this. There's one piece to the Talon Fighter in this set. Actually, let me take that back. We have actually Point Dread and the Talon Fighter. So we got Point Dread is this little station right here, and then this piece right here can attach to the top of Castle Grayskull. So it could be a standalone little base, and then the only thing I'm missing here is there's a platform for the Talon Fighter to stand on, sit on, to perch on. There we go. So once I get that piece, I'll actually have a complete Talon Fighter and Point Dread, because I got this in the lot too, which is one of the most missing pieces from Point Dread, from the Talon Fighter actually. So I have that piece to add to my Talon Fighter. So that was a great piece for my collection, as well as these two pieces right here. This piece I'll just put up for resale. So then we got some pieces. There's pieces of Castle Grayskull in here. Pretty cool. We got the elevator for Castle Grayskull. We got the trapdoor we got both platforms for Castle Grayskull, the trapdoor platform and the elevator platform. So that's pretty neat. We have another slime pit, missing all the pieces that I need. Or I only was missing one piece for the slime pit, so I'll just resell that slime pit right there. We got a Road Ripper that's in pretty poor condition. I'll probably throw that into a lot at some point. We got a Dragon Walker. I have to test it out. It looks like it's pretty nice. I already have a nice Dragon Walker that Chris sent me, so I'll be selling that one. We got, as well as Stridor. I'll probably put it together as for parts and pieces of vehicles with that Road Ripper. Couple Masters of the Universe figures, Manny Faces and Stratos. Nothing special. They'll just go into a bulk resale lot. We got more pieces of Castle Grayskull. We got the door for Castle Grayskull. Cool. This is in there. I don't think this is anything. This is just some kind of little working platform thing. And then here's the weapons rack for Castle Grayskull, but some of the pegs are busted off, so nothing great. We got both ladders, one for Snake Mountain and one for Castle Grayskull, so that's cool. Each of these individual little pieces, if you were to sell them, would be worth pretty good money. Pretty good money. Here's the door for Snake Mountain. So that's the evil Skeletor playset, Snake Mountain. I've got a few pieces for it. This door, this ladder, and then this is part of the bridge for Snake Mountain. So really great pieces in here. We've got the chair for the trapdoor chair for Castle Grayskull, as well as this is the piece right here that goes underneath the trapdoor to work the mechanism. So that's an important piece. And then here's a little platform for Castle Grayskull. Over here we have, this is the snake piece for Snake Mountain. So I got some good pieces for the play sets. This little piece might be for Snake Mountain. I'm not quite sure. We had some random ripcords, other pieces of Castle Grayskull, like the weapons trainer, not complete though. And here's a broken piece of the blaster that goes on top of Castle Grayskull. Then we got a lot of interesting accessories. Let me talk about like one of the most cool things in here right now. We have an Inhumanoid. Inhumanoids is a 1980s really kind of obscure toy line. It was made by who was it made by? I apologize. I think it was made by Hasbro. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But these are expensive toys. There's not a lot of them out there, I guess. This is probably worth 40-50 bucks. Unfortunately, the Inhumanoids were made similar to Masters of the Universe with the leg and arm bands. I'm gonna hopefully I can use He-bands and actually repair this just where it will stay together. Obviously, I'm not gonna play with it. So if I can put that Inhumanoid back together, I've got my first Inhumanoid, so that's really cool. Looks like it stands at least 10 inches tall. Pretty neat figure. It was a very grotesque, like kind of violent kids cartoon series that didn't take off in the 80s. Inhumanoids. So then we have some very interesting accessories here. Oh, let me talk about this guy over here. So this is the other thing, and then there was another piece that was like this dragon that looks like it was around the same scale that I didn't receive, unfortunately. But this guy is some kind of bird mount, 1982 Arco, Hong Kong. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look it up. But what an awesome vintage 80s mount figure. Looks like there's a mount saddle thing for something to ride. So I don't know how complete this thing is, but how interesting. Anybody knows about this, let me know. Oh, there was also this in the lot. I don't know if this is anything or not. Any of this stuff I'll, of course, hang on to because you never know going down the road. So we have some mystery parts here. I don't know what this is, if it's anything. We just got a bunch of little random stuff that I don't know. Like here's an arm to some kind of vintage figure, but I don't know. It doesn't look like He-Man. And these look like definitely some vintage 80s like Transformer-like toy. I don't know what these parts might go to. So I'm gonna have to do some image searches, and hopefully these are spare parts to something that's worth some money, actually. Most likely they are. As well as this snake, I haven't been able to really... It says something in there, but I can't really read it well enough, so I don't know if this is actually worth anything or not. I don't think it's Masters of the Universe. Usually Mattel's stuff is clearly marked. And then we've got this vest. I don't know if this is like a vintage Rambo or whatever the case it is. I'll have to figure that out too. This looks like a G.I. Joe piece, as well as this might be a G.I. Joe piece. And just some randomness in there. Oh yeah, and this shield and axe, I don't know what line that belongs to too. These could be good ones too. And then also this weapons holster right here. Looks like it might go with this vest, so I don't know. Have to figure that stuff out later. But then we got some really good Masters of the... Oh, here's another one. I'm not sure what it is too. So interesting. Good Masters of the Universe vintage stuff. We got a merman armor piece. We got Hordak's bat shield that actually has the clip piece that I was missing. So this is actually going to go on my collection to complete my Hordak, to where this will stay on his arm because it'll clip on. So that's great. We got a busted Beastman piece of armor. This goes to Stridor. That's a blaster. We got a Hordak bow. That's nice. And we got a red Horde bow. I don't think I had a red one yet. I might have one. But great Horde accessories. This sword, I'm not sure if this is... I don't think this is Masters of the Universe, so this will be another interesting one to see what this toy line this goes to. We got a web store blaster. We got a clawful weapon. These weapons go with the Castle Grayskull weapons rack. We got a 2-bad shield. We got a merman sword. So we had the complete... We can complete a merman actually if we want to. And we got a Triclops. Triclops usually has his armor on him whenever you find him, so we could potentially complete a Triclops as well with this sword. Got half a web store armor. Here's a chain restraint that goes on Snake Mountain, but oh, it's actually not broken too. That's very important because most of these are broken most of the time. I mentioned that. Here's a Manny Faces blaster. This is the piece for Castle Grayskull for the elevator, to where this is what you grab on to pull the elevator up and down, the gargoyle piece. We've got a Tila headdress. It's got a little break in the top, but I think it's still good enough. I could put a little glue, fix that, and I'll actually have a Tila headdress. And Tila shield, I think I already had one. I don't have a good Tila yet for my collection, but I've got some pieces to go towards her. This is for a character named, I believe, Roton. So just his health. I think this is for that. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look that up. That's kind of an uncommon piece, I think, if that's what it is. And then a really cool pieces are these. This is for Flying Fist He-Man, his shield piece and his Flying Fist little weapon thing. I think these are probably worth like 30 bucks a piece or something like that, to be honest with you. And then another one that was really good, one of the best accessories in there is Faker's sword. This is probably worth 30 bucks or something like that too. So definitely a lot of good valuable stuff. All this stuff, these things are worth probably at least 10 bucks a piece, you know, generally speaking, the little stuff. So pretty insane lot. A little bit of disappointment because I was missing something, and this Inhumanoid is going to be sick. I'm going to try to reband that and make it to where it stands. We'll see. I'll see if I can do it for this video. All right, all these pieces turn out to be to a Voltron, the same figure, Voltron figure, including the sword. So hopefully I can sell those as parts. Couldn't figure out this yet, this Rambo looking stuff. This sword and shield go to the same Galaxy Warrior, vintage 80s Galaxy Warrior figure. These could be worth 50 bucks right there. That's a pretty good one. And this wasn't a He-Man piece. I don't know, is that Mr. Potato Head? I'm not sure. Trying to figure that out still. I've still got stuff I didn't figure out. And He-Bands aren't going to work for this because they have to be tighter joints. So I'll figure out a way to... I want to get the old rubber out too. But if I were to strictly resell all this stuff, it would be a pretty profitable lot. But I think I'm going to be able to make all my money back and make a little profit and add a few pieces to my collection. All right. So these things, unfortunately, like the Strategio doesn't have the holder insert, the pieces. I don't know. I might try to sell them together. And Clue, you know, a lot of times pieces get used. I'll have to see if how complete they are. Maybe I should just make my own collection of those games. Kind of neat. Anyways, they'll be okay. So I started stashing stuff, vintage MOTU stuff over there. I'm going to go ahead and sell this bird. This is a vintage Arco 1982. The Other World was a toy line. The Other World bird mount beast. It's cool, but I'm going to go ahead and try to sell it. It's probably worth maybe like 30, 35 bucks, something like that. My Inhumanoid, the Masters of the Universe leg bands aren't going to work because it's much tighter of a band that needs to go to connect the joints. So I'm going to have to come up with my own method. I do want to keep this figure, and this will be my kind of like my awesome vintage prize from the lot, other than a few Masters of the Universe items. So I was able to successfully get the old rubber out of the arms, but the legs are still got the piece of rubber band inside, and they're very rigid. It's hard to get them out. So I was thinking about boiling some water and then dipping it down in there with the rubber down there to where it'll soften up that rubber and maybe be able to pull them out. I gotta be careful though, I don't want to mess these things up, this Inhumanoid up. And I got a bunch of pieces of rubber in there. Then I'll have to figure out how I want to reband the appendages just so it will stand. So with the lot, I was able to complete some figures for sale. So I completed a Clawful. I went ahead and put a Clawful complete for sale. and a leech complete for sale, because I've already got mine, of course. And yeah, I added the shield to Hordak. Back there you can see the satellite dish on top of the Talon Fighter. That's the Talon Fighter Mark gave me. So I've got that Talon Fighter pretty much complete, and Point Dread. I just need the stand piece, and I'll have a complete Point Dread and Talon Fighter. And what else did I do? Oh, there was actually another. I was missing the other on the opposite side for Stridor. I was missing the other blaster, so I attached the other blaster. So I have that. Stridor is actually complete now, and I kept a few things. Oh yeah, the Triclops that Chris gave me, the sword that came with it, it's the exact same model sword, made in the USA sword, but the sword that came in this lot was very, very straight. So I decided to swap it out. And I'm, where is that Triclops? Oh, I have it in the other room, but I put together another complete Triclops for sale. And then, yeah, I'm keeping some stuff. The Tila headdress got added, of course, just the random pieces, Castle Grayskull, but then I got the Faker sword. That's nice for when I get a Faker. Faker was from Wave 2 of Masters of the Universe, but he's probably one of the more valuable figures for being probably a pretty commonly released figure. Maybe Faker probably didn't get bought as much because a lot of parents weren't going to buy just a blue He-Man, basically, with the orange Skeletor armor. So little additions to the collection, pretty cool. Oh yeah, and then my other little Masters of the Universe utility box. I put some other stuff for sale, got more accessories for sale. This turned out to be a frame for a vintage G.I. Joe Cobra ski sled or something like that. So I put that for sale. And I'm saving these for myself, the Flying Fist He-Man complete accessory. So once I get a Flying Fist He-Man, I'll actually have it complete. These are worth quite a bit. I would say probably 25 to 30 bucks a piece. So that was a cool buy. I'm looking at another vintage Masters of the Universe lot on shopgoodwill.com right now that has a Flying Fist He-Man and that stuff too. So I could be looking at selling that down the road if I get another set. So the sales are coming along nice. My profits are great. I'm building my collection virtually for free. It's a lot of fun, and I'm making profit. I'm paying off debts and stuff with my eBay business. So that's what I use my other profits otherwise, other than, you know, continuing to build up collection stuff, scale up my business. I'm working on tackling that debt, right? Because if we could get debt free in life, you know, I pay thousands of dollars a year in interest, right? And that's money that could be, you know, going towards my wife and myself's life, you know. So that's the goal. I've managed to utilize eBay as a really good secondary source of income, and it fuels my hobbies, so it's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna try this out. I got some freshly boiled water. Got a couple tools here. The intent is not to soften the plastic of the Inhumanoid leg itself, but to get that rubber soft inside. So I'm going to see what happens. First I'm going to do a little, because I've never done this with this. I hope I'm not softening. I don't think this stuff is very hard. I don't think it's going to get softened. So I think just a matter of softening the... In fact, I'll just go ahead and dunk both of the legs. See if I can soften that rubber up. Okay, I got that one out. Cool, so that worked. Not entirely sure if putting in the hot water helped or not, honestly, or if it was just me pulling it out. Seemed like I was having a really hard time before, and I didn't want to like risk like cracking one of this vintage old plastic. Okay, actually, a regular He-Band was able to do the legs. I mean, it's good enough to where it'll stand, so that's not bad. Obviously, I'm not going to be playing with this thing. Can it sit? I don't know. So now I'm gonna have to use, I think, 2 heat bands, one on each arm, and then connect the 2 heat bands in the middle with a piece of wire. I'm gonna take a heavy gauge piece of wire and attach a heat band on each side of it to where it will pull the arms in, basically. So we'll try that. Okay, thankfully, since the way that these have the slots that was made to where the joints can, like, you know, slide to the back, I'm able to slide it to the back. I use 2 heat bands with some wire in the middle, and now I can slide this back into the front. So that relieved the tension, basically, to where I could get this situated. Now if I can just get that in there. Okay. There we go. Not perfect, but it'll stand. Can't really pose the arms. You can a little bit. Actually, you can. So it actually worked. But if you move these joints around anywhere, then it won't have enough tension. But hey, not bad. Sort of restored this Inhumanoid, basically. Not perfect, but you can see the heat bands in there, I think. So I had to use 3 heat bands and some wire. Cool. Got a posable Inhumanoid. That's not a very common toy to see. Alright, Inhumanoid. You can see in comparison to other figures, here's a vintage Leonardo, how big these things are. There's a Masters of the Universe figure. Pretty cool figures, just they never took off because they were such a grotesque cartoon, and the hero figures were really weird looking, like tiny little heads, like G.I. Joe sized bodies, but really big exo like mech suits that they were wearing. They probably just seemed kind of silly to people, so never took off. But the monsters in the line are like really cool. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave comments down in the comments section about whatever you want. Hope you enjoyed it and have a good one.